Welcome to today's workshop on evaluating large language models and optimizing their applications. We have a selection of hands-on labs for you, but first let's consider why we would want to evaluate our generative AI applications. It could be that you're looking to go to production and want to do so with the confidence that your solution is ready to deliver against the tasks that will be set to it. Or, as new large language models become available, you may wish to respond to this change, testing how they perform and integrating them. Or it could be that you're looking to continually optimize the cost and performance of an existing application. But why is evaluating generative models different to evaluating other machine learning tasks? Well, firstly, because they generate outputs, this means that our evaluation will have to handle and score open-ended responses. Secondly, we'll want to test that these responses are correct, and not confident-sounding hallucinations built on faulty logic. Thirdly, it could be that we're wanting to control for off-brand responses, or even toxic or biased ones. And finally, we'll want to test that the data that they're integrated with is handled correctly. Now let's look at the AWS generative AI stack. There are 3 layers to this, but in today's labs, we'll be using the bottom 2. Starting with Amazon Bedrock. Amazon Bedrock is the easiest way to build and scale generative AI applications with foundation models on AWS. We'll be using Bedrock to access models from different commercial providers at this layer. At the frameworks and infrastructure layer, we have accelerated compute for hosting large language models, including GPUs, and in the form of AWS custom silicon, including AWS Trainium and AWS Inferentia. In today's workshop, we're going to be using Amazon SageMaker, a managed service for building custom machine learning models. From SageMaker, we'll be deploying large language models as endpoints to test against. So what does today's lab consist of? The first lab is on model evaluation, a deep dive on using SageMaker to measure the latency, cost, and consider how to scale manual and automated reviews. In the second lab, we'll be considering what makes a good prompt, with some data-driven evaluation of different prompt templates. We also have a bonus lab on the end-to-end testing of a RAG pipeline. If this topic interests you, consider the RAG evaluation workshop being run in parallel. Each of these labs are independent of one another, so you can choose to start with Lab 1 or Lab 2 according to your interest. At the end of today's workshop, you'll have tried the 4 pillars of LLM evaluation. You'll have tested the usefulness of responses from your GenAI applications and tested their speed and affordability against your predefined KPIs. Finally, you'll have evaluated their robustness to build confidence that their behavior will be well understood in production. Now, let's get started exploring the labs. Please reach out to the facilitators if you have any questions, and do share your feedback about the workshop in our survey.